Second section of Class 4 over 1,200 metres has drawn a pretty good lineup, and here's the field for it, with at the top Good Buddy back here for David Hall and Luke Ferrara's drawn barrier 11, barrier 12 for Super Sunny Singh. He's had no luck with those draws, particularly last start anyway when he was 10, but he overcame that and still won. Regency Bobo there with Universal Horizon, a debut winner. Royal Pride Youthful Deal got knocked off late last start by Ice Legend. Noble Ace with the hood and the pacifiers on. He was a $260,000 New Zealand ready to run. In the lineup there is Fortune Turbo, Brave Dreams up for his second run of the season. King of the Court now with Douglas White. Cheek Pieces, Tongue Tie both come off. Chunwan Glory, Blinkers off, Tongue Tie on. He rounds out the field for Alex Lai, and Manfred Mann off a rating of 40. Speed here, Nick, Joyful Champion for Antoine Hamlin can go forward here, one would think.
Might just get his own way in front, Tom, as well. We haven't seen too much of him. He's only had 3 runs, but he did jump and run last time behind Forever Friends when knocking up and eventually finishing back in 4th. I don't think Youthful Deal will be too far away on what we've seen in the recent trial. We'll see that again shortly, and he's clearly a horse who has got a nice cruising speed. And well, Good Buddy and King of the Court, they can all perhaps find a good spot just in behind the pace, Paul.
Yeah, and it's not a real natural leader in this race, but Joyful Champion in those Griffin races went forward and led. Zach might even want to take it up with the Youthful Deal himself and go forward, so we'll see what happens with this. Good Buddy will try and push forward.
And we can hear more about Youthful Deal. He's lining up for his 3rd run of the season here. Frankie Law trains, but Zach Purton, the man to sit in the saddle and do the steering with what's likely to be the favourite.
Zach, Youthful Deal. We'll see him for the 3rd time on Sunday afternoon. First off, talk us through that recent trial, because to many trial watchers, that was quite impressive. Yeah,
well, there's a bit of interference midway through the trial. A couple of horses sort of midfield to back run into a bit of trouble, and he got his momentum going and sort of snuck a large break on them and just maintained that. So it was a little bit misleading, and it was only over the 1,000. He's obviously got to go 1,200 here, which, you know, just tested him a bit there last season. He raced to the front like he was going to run away with the race and got there and couldn't close it off strongly enough. It was only his 2nd start. But yeah, he seems like he's going well, so he's another one I'm looking forward to riding.
Frankie was quick to put the tongue tie on him. What's your assessment of that? Obviously, was he a horse that perhaps just had 1 or 2 issues that needed a bit of help?
He's been a little bit thick in the wind, so it's just about trying to help him breathe as well as he can.
You're in gate number 7. Does that sort of complicate things at all, or are you happy where you are?
It won't be complicated if he begins well.
Yeah.
So the start's important. He's shown he's got a little bit of speed. He should race in a prominent position, and yeah, we'll just see what happens with the other runners around us.
Strong trial it was there, winning by 3.5 lengths, Youthful Deal. Move on from him to the next of them, and it is Brave Dreams and Regency Bobo. Brave Dreams here, Paul, up for his 2nd run of the season. Ran a decent race, certainly first up there behind Amazing Victory.
Yeah, it was a nice run from him, wasn't it, Brave Dreams? And look, he's yet to win from his 9 starts, but he's getting there. Is Brave Dreams. Regency Bobo, look, I think he's seen better days now. He's getting on a bit in age as a 9-year-old.
Might have this form franked actually earlier on in the day, because there's 1 or 2 that are running on the card as well. But good run there from Brave Dreams. As for Regency Bobo, as you say, he's a 9-year-old, and maybe his best days are behind him. But you know, he might just be able to pop up and show something still.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. Moving on to the next of them, it's Universal Horizon. Now, this was a strong performance first up, and there was certainly support for him, Nick, because he was under $10 in the market. 2 trials leading into this.
Yeah, it was a really nice win actually. I mean, if anything, it came as a little bit of a surprise, because not that he was unheralded and not fancied, but you know, he sort of popped out of nowhere and was able to win it quite well in the end. So he looks upwardly mobile. He's got 3 pounds more to carry than what he carried on this occasion. Paul, handicap has put him up 5 points, but clearly is a nice horse.
Yeah, I think he is. I've included him as well. I don't think it's a fluke by any stretch of the imagination. Won well.
Good Buddy's coming back. He's had a few injury concerns, has Good Buddy. Recent trial here for 2nd. It was only headed late after being up near the speed. Those issues, a pedal bone injury and then a lame right hind, which has had a little bit of surgery, Paul. Yeah,
and it looks like he seems to be over it. The trial wasn't too bad, was it? He just will need to get across from his wide draw. But look, if he does, he'll put himself in the race. There's definitely plenty of ability there. So I've included him down towards the back end as well.
Yeah, 259 days since he last raced, but he does go well fresh, and he is a course and distance winner, so he's got plenty of ticks in the right boxes, Tom.
A couple more to have a look at in this as well. There's plenty of depth to this race. Super Sunny Sing in action at the Happy Valley Trials. Overcame a wide drawn, a wet track last start to win it, actually in a good style for those that followed him after being beaten at 2.3 on debut. Yeah,
it was really short on debut, wasn't he? After a really good trials, Super Sunny Sing, but the second one was good.
It was, and from memory, correct me if I'm wrong, but his debut, didn't he? He played up before the start, didn't he? And they took him out and then put him back in. So I think there might have been excuses, but yeah, nice horse and good to see him get the win.
And King of the Court, he's changed stables. Nick, overall, I guess you could say he's been disappointing, and he was quite hard ridden in this trial too.
Absolutely, and I mean, look, I mean, he's changed stables, which I guess you could see as a bit of a positive. Douglas White's got his team going well. Cheek Pieces tongue tie coming off and really having to be stoked up to go and win that trial. Not for me here, but he has drawn a good gate.
Yeah, Cheek Pieces tongue tie will come off him, so there's gear changes there as well. He's been in morning glory, hasn't he? He's looked good in the mornings. I think his debut run wasn't too bad, but hasn't really seen too much since then.
He's been kept safe in the market. He's currently at 4-1 with a 2.2 favourite here, Paul, in Youthful Deal.
Yeah, I think he can win Youthful Deal as well. That trial was very good, and he did look good at the back end of the season, so he can break through here. Universal Horizons 1 from 1. Super Sunny Sing is he's 2 from 1. Well, he's 1 from 2, I should say. That'd be interesting the other way. And Good Buddy coming back after that long layoff. So 6-4, 2 and 1.
Yeah, it's Youthful Deal. Looks a very nice horse, I think, going forward. The tongue tie will be sported for the second time. It clearly brought out a little bit of improvement, brought out a nice bit of improvement from first to second start, and in his recent trial was impressive. So Youthful Deal for me. Universal Horizon, I think, is a really nice horse, one to keep on the right side of going forward this season. He's obviously just the 1 from 1 so far. Super Sunny Sing in for third, and our friend Brave Dreams in for fourth place. 6-4, 2 and 10 for me.
Yeah, some nice prospects, some nice younger prospects as well going around in race number 7 with a 2.2 favourite in the form of Youthful Deal.